Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon. And it's been an interesting day. It's not wet now, but it's been quite wet. So, verse 18. There is one who speaks rashly like the thrust of a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. So there is one who speaks rashly, harshly, cruelly. Someone who, when they speak, they're like firing out daggers into you. And not because they're saying things that appear to be hostile or offensive, but just the tone in which they're speaking. It's like they're thrusting a spear into the side, an unkind declaration. And that's a really painful thing to be part of. You know, I mean, it's bad enough when they come at you with harsh words because, you know, at least they're representing themselves. But those people who come at you and they're not really saying anything bad, but just the way they're saying it is making you think, oh, that's so painful. And people have, as it were, perfected the art of being unkind by being gracious in what appears to be a positive statement, but in fact is really quite horrible. Unlike the one who speaks well, it says, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. The tongue of the wise. So it doesn't matter, in effect, how the wise represent themselves. They just bring healing. Their tone is sweet. It's filled with love and affection and compassion and kindness. And even if sometimes the wise, they have to rebuke in terms of addressing a problem or challenging a moment, they do it in such a way that they're so disarming that you can't help but love them, even though they are trying to sort of address a problem in your life, which you might not want to be addressed, but they're needing to address it. And they come, their wisdom brings them into a place whereby they just, like a dove, they just come on you and they just make that impact. And what they achieve by their kind word and the manner in which they say it, and it's just like healing and wholeness and reverence. But the contrast to those who are filled with dread, the harshness of their tone, and sometimes as well their words are just so aggressive, so offensive. Brothers and sisters, we are to speak well one to another. We are to say it in a wholesome way. We be kind to one another, love one another. The world is too dark for us to add to the problems. Life is so quick. Before we know where we are, we're old and it's all broken down. Don't waste your time spoiling your life and spoiling the lives of other people. But allow God to bring healing and wholeness like honey to the bones. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great weekend and I'll see you on Monday.